both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
Here's Hasek. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And with the big men the Bulls have, it's easy to see why they rebound so well. But make no mistake, guards and bigs alike rebound well on this Bulls team.
Rose, no good.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And Holiday kicks to Perkins. Inside. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Jrue Holiday.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Outside Rose. From the arc. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. Gasol's shot is good. Gasol's got 9.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Brooks. And then for New Orleans, Anderson comes in for Kendrick Perkins. And Tyreke Evans subbed in for Gordon. The shot's good from Evans.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Chicago leading by 12. And guys, for Jrue Holiday last season was a tale of two halves. Over the first half, he displayed the leadership and the playmaking skills the team had originally acquired him for.
You know what, Kevin? Over the second half of the year, everything just kind of fell apart for Jrue. He couldn't shake an injury to his lower right leg, and as a result, had to watch from the bench as his team fought for its playoff lives.
The shot no good. Chicago's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. It's Butler that time on the assist by Rose. 9 points for Jimmy Butler.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Babbitt kicks to Anderson. Holiday attacking. Makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
My goodness, since when does he score off the crossover? Now I've truly seen it all.
Here's Rose. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Rose has got 11 points.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Tries to save it. Shoots from the baseline. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
And Holiday, here we go. Asik. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists tonight.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Rose against Holiday. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession. And let's take this opportunity to show you the shooting guards with the highest percentage from the floor over the last month. Second, Jimmy Butler.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
And not only can they light it up from the perimeter, Greg, but they get their buckets getting to the rim as well. I mean, aggressive moves to the basket are always going to help your shooting percentage. You got to get some easy ones to shoot a high percentage. It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Pelicans trail by 14.
And no doubt last season the Bulls were clearly preparing for the playoffs. That they played their rookies but added a lot of playoff seasoned veterans to that roster.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
And he gets it to go. That's 12 points for Jimmy Butler. As you mentioned, the Bulls added veteran leaders last season. Pau Gasol was the notable one. 11 Bulls Clark had playoff experience prior to their postseason run a season ago.
And that's invaluable, Kevin, to have that kind of experience. I mean, having Gasol, 2-time champion in the locker room, big. as is having almost a dozen guys who understand the intensity and the details that playoff basketball requires.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of his position, you could see the frustration on his face. It's starting to look like a repeat of last night, guys. He's battling really hard out there.
Evans outside. 17 seconds left in the first half of the game. Holiday, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Snell dishes to Rose. With one on the clock. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. So as we conclude the first half, so far, fairly one-sided.
Well, Pow,
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They're leading by 16. Let's start with you, Kenny. What did you think?
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry feeds were on time and on the money.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen.
We've watched Holiday play great basketball. He's got 17 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
This is really production personified from long range.
So the Pelican 5 right now. Holiday and Evans comprise the backcourt. Alexis Ajinça is out there with Anderson, and it's Babbitt in at the small forward.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Rose against Holiday. He kicks it to Evans. They double him with Butler. The open shot, Holiday. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
Chicago ball.
And looking at Drew Holiday, there's one thing he could do to really improve his game. Something that would, for the first time in a full season, help get his field goal percentage up over 45%. And that's just to get to the rim more often. Attack off the dribble.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Now Evans. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And I really felt in watching that game that they needed to abandon the three-point shot. It wasn't there. The percentage was horrific, but yet they continue to try and knock them down.
And I really think that's what did them in. I mean, sometimes it's just not there for you on the perimeter, and you can't try to shoot yourself out of a bad shooting night from outside.
Chicago leading by 13. Rose goes in. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Rose has got 7 points here in this quarter. Last year, the Pelicans, Greg, pushed their way into the postseason. It was a neck-and-neck battle for that number 8 spot, as you recall, with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And how about the excitement down the stretch? They were able to edge out the Thunder and Russell Westbrook on that just point binge down the stretch there. And what a final day that was. A big, huge win over the Spurs. Let them get into the postseason for the first time under the colors of Miami.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Portis, he's checked in for Gasol. Wright comes in for Tony Snell. Dunleavy's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. Well, Chicago has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. From deep, Brooks. Evans with the rebound.
And as you said, I mean, New Orleans made the playoffs for the first time under the name Pelicans. Unfortunately for them, they ran into the Warriors in the first round and were promptly swept away.
And right, here we go. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Wright's got 7.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Babbitt. No good. Great defense that time from Noah.
And thinking back to the Pelicans playoffs from last year, let a 20-point lead slip away in that fourth quarter of Game 3. But they played better than a sweep and got valuable postseason experience for that young roster.
Evans passes to Holiday. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Here's Dunleavy, covered by Evans. Takes a 3. And Dunleavy is good for 3. Dunleavy's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Holiday attacking. Babbitt kicks to Anderson. New Orleans moving the ball around. And it's Evans missing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
To the left side wing. Dunleavy for 3. And the Bulls, another 3.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Pelicans trail by 18.
And with the way the Warriors went on a rampage last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand. Was the architect behind the Warriors' offense, is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
New Orleans gotten the 3 ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Joakim Noah. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
And when you look at those rebounds, they have a cumulative effect on the opponent. His effort wears them down physically and mentally.
Mirotic is checked in for Chicago. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Perkins is checked in for Anderson. Pondexter comes in for Luke Babbitt. Gordon's checked in for Tyreke Evans. And Cole subbed in for Drew Holiday. Brooks outside. Pass to Mirotic, and it's going to be a 3-second call. There's no reason for these big men to shy away from contact on the inside, because when they get to the foul, you can see the success they've been having in the past month. You take a look at Ajinça, the best in the NBA. You put him on the line, and it's nearly automatic. And, of course, Nikola Mirotic. He has the edge there.
And a lot of these big men take the confidence they have in the paint straight to the free throw line with them. I mean, that makes them very hard to handle.
It really does. I mean, defenders have to be a little more cautious than they would be ordinarily. Hack one of these fellas, and they'll cash in.
Screen by Asik. And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Brooks. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Chicago. Tony Snell's checked in for Dunleavy. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Aaron Brooks. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for New Orleans. Three-pointer, Pondexter. That's good. Pondexter's got his first 3 points of the game.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Outside Rose from outside the arc. And that one's good. And the Bulls lead by 18.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Chicago foul call. Derrick Rose. That's his first.
The Pelicans have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
And he sinks the second. Here is Rose. 23 points in the game. Lets it go from deep. No good. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And we're getting underway.